late summer, after some fantastic heat, is when grapes ripen for picking here in Texas. Vanessa Melcher with Texas Hills Vineyard is here to educate us about what's happening on those vines right now, because it's an exciting time. Vanessa, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Let's talk about Texas Hills Vineyard before we get going. I'm going to tell you the honest truth. I haven't been, and I love visiting a winery out in the hill country, so sell me a dream,
well,
sister.
You should definitely come out and see us. Yeah, the vineyard was founded in 1994 by Kathy and Gary Gilstrap. Nothing was there. They planted their vines, built their tasting room, and it opened in 1999. So we are one of the oldest in the hill country.
I was about to say there was a bigger rush come the early 2000s, so you guys have to be kind of holding down fort. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he actually got a lot of the other vineyard owners together and came up with the 290 Wine Trail.
Wow. Okay, so we have a lot to thank Texas Hills for, my goodness. And tell me about kind of what the offerings are. It's clear that you guys are growing on property.
Yes.
Is there any sort of specialty that you do?
Well, we grow about 8 or 9 of our own varietals. We have actually a large selection of dry wines, around 20 dry wines. We also do sweet wines and ports.
Okay, all right, so that's sort of after dinner wine.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. It is harvest season. That's kind of what we were talking about here off the top of the segment. Just talk to me about what's happening inside of those grapes right now, kind of as they're hanging out on the vine.
Yeah, well, the lovely Texas sun is providing all that nice heat. The tannins are reducing in the grape, and so are the acids, but the sugars are increasing. And so it's that balance that the winemakers and the vineyard managers are looking for. We measure the sugars using the bricks system.
I've seen it before. It's like a gun, right? You squish a grape in there.
Yeah, I mean, the traditional way is actually just to do it by taste.
Whoa.
You know, way back when. Yeah. It's much easier now.
It is easier, yeah. Like it's like you load it into a thing, squash it together, and the brick scale can tell you how sweet it is,
exactly.
right? Okay, that's so cool. And you've actually brought some grapes. People are seeing them on camera right now. They are so gorgeous. I couldn't believe they were real, but you said they came off the vineyard this morning?
Just this morning, yeah. We have some Sangiovese here and some Syrah.
Okay, and I told you, this looks like the same set of grapes to me.
They look pretty similar, but the shapes are slightly different.
Okay.
And the color can vary as well.
Okay, so you've got a couple of those varietals coming up. Yeah. What do those sorts of grapes lead to? Are they blends, or do you make an all Sangiovese, for example?
We do both. So we do have a Sangiovese as a red, dry red, also as a dry rosé. So we make both.
Ooh, yeah.
The Syrah goes nice and peppery in the sun, so some spice on there as well.
Gotcha. And I think people would look at like these vineyards and think, oh, these poor things, they're sweating out here in the sun.
Well, that's true.
It's so hot, but like it's kind of a necessary portion of the grapes kind of arriving at their final stage, right?
Yeah. I mean, you want to get that balance right. You don't want to wait too long, otherwise it will be they'll be spoiled. We have been having some trouble with the rain. Sure. Nature is always just unpredictable, and we have to work with whatever we're given.
We work with what Mother Nature will give us. All right, talk to me about how harvesting works, because we're going to use a very fun term today, grape stomping, which is so cool. So how do you guys get these grapes from the vines?
Well, we actually harvest by hand.
Wow.
Sometimes people harvest using a machine, which shakes the grapes off the vine. But the more gentle approach is to actually just hand pick them. So that's what we do.
Wow.
We have our staff do it, and we have volunteers, friends, people come out. They usually start about 4 a.m.
Okay, because they're getting out of the heat.
Yes, and you still have some light, beginning to come through, so you can see. They are then taken to our crush pad. We have a de-stemmer machine, so that helps a lot, makes it a lot quicker. And then our other machine presses them and presses the juice out. Okay,
so the pressing part is where I think of like Lucille Ball from I Love Lucy doing like the grape stompy thing.
That's the traditional way before machinery was used or was invented, really. So yeah, they would put their feet or the grapes in here. or in a big stomping pail and get in there with their feet and do some stomping.
That is crazy. My mom has made homemade strawberry wine. She wore trash bags on her legs just to keep it.
Well, the color does come off on your skin sometimes, so that's probably a good idea.
But you guys are doing grape stomping events. We got to see some Lucy's on camera just there.
Yes.
Tell me about who they are.
So we have our Grape Stomp event every year. It runs over 2 weekends. This year it's the last 2 weekends in August.
Okay.
The main event is the 24th, and we have Grape Stomp. You can stomp for free. We also have our Lucy's that come down, so feel free to dress as Lucy and come down and stomp some grapes.
It was giving very much like Italian grandmother,
Yes.
like the little handkerchief on the head, all of that stuff. So the folks who are doing the actual stomping of grapes, is it just for show, or does that actually become some wine that you use?
That is just for show.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
okay.
thankfully.
And you're not worried about what's coming off my
No cross-contamination. It'll be fine.
Okay, a lot of machinery does the actual work now.
Yeah,
so
we
crazy.
don't use that juice.
Crazy that you still harvest by hand, though. That's incredible. I wanted to also make sure that we mentioned some of the things that are new for you, though, as well right now. You've got a couple new varietals coming out. Can you talk to me about the one you've uncorked today?
So this is our new Tempranillo. We just bottled it about a month ago.
Gorgeous.
The juice, or the grapes, actually are from Newsom Vineyard in the High Plains. But the wine is all made on site at Texas Hills, and we bottle it ourselves as well.
And this is a sort of wine that I absolutely love. We've got less than a minute left. Can you just tell me a little bit about the other two you brought?
Of course. This one is our new Chardonnay. It's an estate grape, so they were grown on property, bottled on property as well. And this one is Gary's last blend, our former owner. It's the last wine that he ever got to make before he passed away. So it's a very special one for us.
Sentimental, and one that you're not going to be able to get anywhere else.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I'm going to take this home with me because that is
definitely should.
that is absolutely delicious. And just in our last 10 seconds, real quickly, this isn't the only thing going on. Come the fall, you got a lot of events.
We do, yeah. We've got a lot of things planned. Everything is on our website, so check it out, TexasHillsVineyard.com.
Sounds good to me. Vanessa, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thanks,
We
Rosie.
appreciate it. Okay, learn more about their tasting room. They've got a wine club, and they've got tons of upcoming events, including those grape stomps at TexasHillsVineyard.com.